We want to arrest him without any delay. Talagang pag nakita natin siya, we will arrest him.
Kunin kayo ang inyong serbisyo para tulungan daw po ang ating authorities na maaresto po si Senator Bato de la Rosa.
Part pa rin naman ako ng gobyerno eh. Kaya sa manhunt, in terms of manhunt, pwede talaga kami sumali. It's not about a person. It's not about me. It's not about Senator Bato. It is about a process. It is about a system. It is about a law. And it is about a job na desisyonan mo na lang personally kung ikaw inutusan whether you do it or not. Kasi maliwanag naman, ito na, naglabasan na ang mga desisyon ng mga abogado.
Of course, everyone will be a big help kasi if you recall, on May 11, inunseal na ng ICC yung warrant. So it's been public already. So if you're a punitive of justice at alam naman na may warrant, anybody can help to effect the arrest. And of course, the expertise of General Torre, malaking tulong yun. I heard that he's joking nga, pag nandun siya sa may ilog, pwede ko siyang arrestuin. Any one of us can effect an arrest. It is an arrest because he's a fugitive from justice. Genocide yung kaso nito. Yung mga namatay na tao, hindi na pwedeng mang-aresto. Pero tayo mga buhay pa, pwede tayo mag-aresto.
Kayo po, alam po namin na maganda po ang trabaho ninyo ngayon sa MMDA. Pero may clamor po kasi sa social media na kunin kayo ang inyong serbisyo para tulungan daw po ang ating authorities na maaresto po si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Your thoughts po about this, sir?
Part pa rin naman ako ng gobyerno eh. Kaya sa manhunt, in terms of manhunt, pwede talaga kami sumali. Binabantayan namin, mali mo, nagtago sa landfill, nagtago sa estero, nagtago dyan sa kalsada. Ayan, pwede nyo kami maasahan dyan. O, di ba? Pero sa ibang mga areas na may iba namang mga Office of Primary Responsibility, eh, sila naman trabaho kasi whole of government approach ka eh.
Yeah, General, just to follow up, para tumbukin natin.
Go, go, go!
Para tumbukin natin.
Go, Senator.
If you're given a special assignment by the President, no, to help in the hunt, do you have a choice to accept or do you have a choice to
Pag presidente ng utusan, automatic no choice, di ba? Pero ito nga ang bottom line dyan. Ang pagtingin ko dyan sa mga bagay na yan kasi institutional yan eh. It's not about a person. It's not about me. It's not about Senator Bato. It is about a process. It is about a system. It is about a law. And it is about a job na desisyonan mo na lang personally kung ikaw inutusan whether you do it or not. Kasi maliwanag naman, ito na, naglabasan na ang mga desisyon ng mga abogado na talagang overwhelmingly at saka yung mga otoridad na mismo nagsasabi legal ang warrant, pwede nyo i-implement yan at yan ay sa tingin ko we have to respect the process, let the systems work because police sa law enforcement hindi po pwedeng mamili ka kung alin ang i-implement mo, alin ang hindi because at the end of the day the job of the police is not to judge the case but to implement the processes, and in this case, the warrant. So they have to do it, protect the process, let it roll in its natural course, and most especially, protect the institution because ultimately, it is in the thing that we protect here at ang foremost consideration na dapat nating maproteksyonan ay ang interes ng bansa.
Isa na lang po, kahapon po kasi nabanggit ni Justice Secretary Frederick Vida na nag-request po yung DOJ Special Panel of Prosecutors ng CCTV footages doon po sa vicinity ng Senate para daw po sa investigasyon doon sa apparently na pagtakas ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Nakapag-usap na po ba ang DOJ at ang MMDA at naibigay na rin po ba ng MMDA yung requested CCTV footages?
I think there's a letter na lumabas nga sa internet na supposedly i-deliver ngayon sa MMDA. Whatever the investigating authorities needs and whatever the other agencies of the government needs, the MMDA is ready to cooperate and we will give them all the information that is in our database.
Hello. Right now, we have technologies that I cannot divulge publicly, but we have technologies to track down people, ano. And other than that, have counterparts who already helping us also for the tracking down. Not only of Senator Bato, but all other personalities who are fugitive from justice, ano.
Sige po, i-rephrase ko ang tanong ko. So, you are eagerly waiting for his online participation.
Well, as a matter of procedure sa Senate, and I speak not as a director but as a lawyer, I think I have to agree with Kong Sia, no, that when you're a judge, you have to examine the behavior of a witness. Hindi, and I don't think it will be possible for somebody who's attending online hearing to see the body language, the demeanor. It's like you're profiling a witness. Kung ano ba yung behavior niya, kung ano yung mannerisms, kung ano yung nagiging actions niya during the trial when a question is being asked. Dapat siguro ganun, ano. And more than that, sinabi pa na maganda ni Kong Sia is there is a rule na I don't know if it's already been amended by the Senate. But in relation to what you're saying, sir, that I'm waiting for him to go online sa hearing, there are other ways to track him which will not compromise the process of the impeachment. Because that impeachment is, I think, in the hierarchy of importance and in rights, mas malaki yung answerability siguro sa, we owe it to the people na yung impeachment should be treated with the sanctity and sacredness. But yung pag-aresto rin naman kay Senator Bato in the same vein is mabigat din, ano? So we have to strike a balance. At the end of the day, you will look at the rules and the procedure kung ano yung mas dapat natin na masunod. Yes, we want to arrest Senator Bato, but we don't want to go outside of the process. We will follow every process because that is our commitment to our mandate na yung isang aarestuhin mo should be given enough protection also as provided for by our constitution, by the law of the land.
Director, pwede niyo siguro hindi sagutin kung makukompromise yung mga sekretong teknolohiya ng NBI. Pero yung mga kilalang tao sa mundo na wanted sa may pananagutan, Osama Bin Laden, na-trace dahil sa minsan lang niya na pag-online. Yung mga generals ng Iranian, nahulugan ng bomba within 15 to 20 minutes nang sila ay mag-online, nang mag-message sa kanilang cellphone. May ganun bang approximation tayo ng teknolohiyang hawak ang ating law enforcement agency sa Pilipinas?
We have the technologies that can assist us to locate people. But probably the problem sa Pilipinas is not much on the technology, baring hindi ganun ka-advance, but also yung terrain natin eh. Iba yung terrain talaga natin eh. And you have to recognize also the personalities that you mentioned, like Osama Bin Laden, he's being tracked for how many years before talaga siya nahanap, no? So, ang isang challenge nga talaga rito, I'll go back to what I said earlier, is Senator Bato came from the law enforcement, so alam niya how the law enforcement will think and will work in order to track him, no? So that's maybe the challenge. But we want to arrest him without any delay. Talagang pag nakita natin siya, we will arrest him and bring him to the folds of the justice system.
Naalala ko nung panahon ng mga kudita, tumaas ang enrollment, aplikante sa PMA. Nung panahon ng impeachments sa ating bansa, ang daming nangarap maging abogado. So parang ibinoboto ng mga kabataan yung kanilang kagustuhan sa pamamagitan ng pagsasanla ng kanilang kinabukasan. Tanong ko kay Director, Director, sa ginagawa niyo bang yan, anong epekto? Marami bang nag-a-apply ngayon na maging NBI agents?
Actually, we already opened the application for NBI agents. I just like to share to everyone. Baka akala po ng marami, yung NBI napakarami namin compared to the Philippine National Police. Ang strength po ng PNP is about 250,000. Ang NBI po, sa buong Pilipinas na po, nasa 2,000 lang kami. And yung agent niyan is about 380. So we are in the process of recruitment kasi ang target po sana namin, every batch makakuha kami ng mga at least 40 recruits. So when I came in as an NBI director, I want to improve the academy, the NBI Academy. We just opened an NBI Academy in Legazpi. So meron po tayong magiging training facilities. We have one in Baguio, but we are now renovating it. Pero what we want to do is put up a big academy. We are targeting Sana Clark, or there's a property in Tanay being donated to us 10 hectares. Yung actual talaga siya na academy, and I will also seek the help of the Congress in this one na ma-legislate din ito, something that is comparable to FBI Academy, na para talaga siyang university. So ang requirement po namin dito for those interested to apply, marami na pong nag-apply right now, is that you're a lawyer or you're a graduate of course na meron kang criminology, pwede po yan, CPA, nurse, yung po may board exam, mga board passers po. Of course, with good moral character, ganyan po. And we are recruiting nationwide para po makadagdag dun sa complement po namin. Sana nga po maraming maging interesado. And right now, marami pong nagiging interesado because I think they've been seeing right now that NBI is very visible. I will be 100 days in my office on June 3, and I'd like to report na we have already apprehended and leading to prosecution and services of warrants of more than 250 cases po from the time that I assumed office in February 21. At lahat po yan, iba-ibang kaso na po yan, ranging from human trafficking, OSAIC, violation of the Dangerous Drug Act, meron din po mga kasama po financial scam, illegal gambling, halo-halo na po yan. Kaya yung po mga allegations sa NBI na puro politika yung inaasikaso, I'd just like to said this way that idea, kasi kung titingnan nyo naman ilan lang naman yung politically active personalities na aming nahuli. Mahirap naman po na if we're involved in some sort of politics, sasabihin natin pag hinuli ka, pinupolitika. Just like right now that we're after Senator Bato, he's a fugitive from justice. So, kailangan pong panagutan niya. Kailangan natin siyang arestuhin. Like what happened in Chicago KTV, that is a clear-cut human trafficking. Kailangan pong papanagutin yan. With Jason Shaw, we have to arrest him kasi there is a valid warrant issued by a competent court. So, rest assured that in NBI, we're just doing our mandate, not based on politics, not based on your personal belief, or not based on your preference, or kung ano mang itsura ng tao. So, ang tinitingnan po namin dito ay yung kung ano yung factual, kung ano yung batas na naaayon sa proseso na dapat gawin po base sa mandato ng NBI.
Director, nabanggit yung Chicago. Ano na po ang latest doon? Kasi ang potential na kaso na nabanggit nyo yun ay human trafficking. Walang piyansa yun.
Meron po kaming submission ng aming reply sa June 3 po. Tapos I think after that, wala na pong sagot yung parties po, it will be submitted for resolution. But there are other individuals that we will be filing additional cases probably next month po. Kinukompleto lang po namin yung aming mga attachment na evidence.
Opo. So, galing po sa inyo, iniimbestigahan yung wife, yung anak, at saka yung dating politiko.
Yung wife po at saka yung anak is already been a case was already been filed with the prosecutor of Pasig. Then the other personalities, we have just finished doing the matrix kung ano yung involvement, and eventually we will file cases. Hopefully by next week may file na po namin ito.
Next week, ipapal yung kaso.
Sana po matapos na
Ano
namin.
pong kaso ang pwedeng isang
Human trafficking pa rin po ang kaso.
So, based po dun sa kasong na isang pa sa human trafficking, Alice Goo, Harry Roque, noong nakaraan, walang piyansa ito.
Yes, no bail po, and we have studied it. Pasok po ito sa qualified human trafficking because if the human trafficking is done by 3 or more individuals, immediately qualified. Tapos if the human trafficking ended up in prostitution, qualified din po yun. And the prosecutor will always recommend a no bail in these cases. Very strict po yung batas natin sa human trafficking.
Ito, saan? Sige, ito muna, ito.
Sir, since you considered Senator Bato as armed and dangerous, will you consider or recommend to PNP to revoke his firearms license or automatic niya dahil fugitive na siya mag-uwi?
Well, they have a process na sinusunod, so we don't want to parang a step on the toes of the PNP. And sila rin naman, there are law enforcement, kasama rin sila sa inorderan ng DOJ to effect the arrest. So I think they will do according to their process. Ano?
Si former PNP Chief Torre, sabi nga, willing siyang tumulong sa pag-aresto kay Senator Bato. Kung nasa MMDA area siya or utusan siya ni Presidente. Ano po ang thoughts niyo? Malaking tulong ba si former PNP?
Of course, everyone will be a big help. Kasi if you recall, on May 11, inunseal na ng ICC yung warrant. So it's been public already. So if you're a punitive of justice at alam naman na may warrant, anybody can help to effect the arrest. And of course, the expertise of General Torre, malaking tulong yun. I heard that he's joking nga, pag nandun siya sa may ilog, pwede ko siyang arrestuin. Any one of us can effect an arrest. It is an arrest because he's a fugitive from justice. Genocide yung kaso nito. Yung mga namatay na tao, hindi na pwedeng mang-aresto. Pero tayo mga buhay pa, pwede tayo mag-aresto to bring him to the fold of justice. And if you recall, si Senator Bato, nung hindi pa siya na-aresto, he's so brave, saying na, sasama na ako, pupunta na ako sa The Hague. Ngayon, hindi ganoon yung nangyari. It's total opposite of what he is saying.
From Bilyonaryo.
My question was for Professor. Hello po. My question po is for Professor Cleve. So, Prof, yung base po sa sinabi nyo kanina, both supporters of Lenny and Sara ay in-eye or second choice and third choice nila si Senator Tulfo. Very interesting lang po yung trend nung numbers na yun, no? Bakit po kaya sa tingin nyo si Senator Tulfo yung napupusuan nila, and why not Sen Ree or Sen Kiko?
Yes, I think si Senator Tulfo, kung babalikan natin yung mga napag-usapan kasi natin, no, meron talaga tayong mga kababayan na gusto yung may image ng malakas, no, ikaw ay decisive, no, and I think may public perception that Senator Raffy Tulfo represents that kind of leadership, no. Kaya it makes sense na if nadidisillusion sila kay Vice President Sara, maaari nila i-consider ang isang kagaya ni Senator Raffy Tulfo. Although the Senator said na di naman din siya interested tumakbo in 2028. And it appears naman na for the Vice President supporters, kay supporters ni Leni Robredo, na katanggap-tanggap din yung performance ni Senator Raffy Tulfo. So mukhang nakakahanap siya ng middle ground ba?
So, ngayon po ba, Prof, ano po ba yung dapat maging action ni Senator Tulfo? Mas maging lenient po ba siya into minority or majority?
Yan. Kay Senator Tulfo yan, pero I think kailangan niyang bantayan, no, yung kanyang magiging performance bilang isang senator judge, 'di ba? Kakitaan siya na siya ay impartial, talagang magbabatay sa ebidensya. At tingin ko doon, maaaring makagain pa siya ng mas maraming suporta. Tapos yung majority and minority, I think nakikita din natin in the past days, di ba, na medyo napagtatawanan ng publiko yung mga pangyayari sa Senado, lalo na on the part of the mga nasa majority nating senator. So baka mainam na sa ngayon ay hindi siya kasali dyan, di ba? Dahil hindi din maganda siguro, magkakaroon siguro ng negative na effect, di ba? Baka kung maging kasali siya sa mga problema ng majority sa kasalukuyan.
Okay po. Thank you po, Prof. Next po, sorry po, Attorney Direct. Regarding po pala sa mga fake news and all, hayag na hayag pa rin po kasi yung ibang vloggers ngayon na as in pinagmumura yung current personalities, officials. May ginagawa po bang hakbang yung NBI para mapanagot sila, lalo na ngayon na very crucial yung mga fake information?
Well, I mentioned earlier we were able to take down thousands of fake accounts already. Those identified accounts na talagang sa kanila, sila yung may-ari, we are pursuing them. May mga subpoena kaming inisyo. Actually, every week may inisyo kaming subpoena, which is part of the due process. Kailangan namin silang pasagutin, imbestigahan, and eventually, yung case, pag nabuo namin, there will be an affidavit of investigation which will be used to file cases before the DOJ or the prosecutor's office kung saan namin ipapasok. Just yesterday, we filed a case to one personality na based on the case build-up ng CICC, kami naman, we're issuing subpoena. So by next week, dapat mag-appear kasi may period yung sa subpoena. So we've been doing that every day. Actually, kayo rin, if you're been a victim ng, we put up a hotline, we put up an email address where you can send your complaint. But we will invite you personally sa opisina rin namin to sign the complaint affidavit for purposes of pursuing and prosecuting the personalities involved.
Pero
gusto
sa
ko
ngayon po, ay, sorry po.
Gusto ko lang magdagdag kasi you mentioned about people cursing online. Lahat kami, we actually received our fair share of trolling and bashing. I think tama nga, apart from legislation, apart from implementing the policies, I think this is something that is a manifestation of a sickness that has to be remedied. As public officers and especially lawmakers and for public officials, no, I think we need to, apart from exercising our duty as public officers, we also have to maintain ourselves in such a way that would bring good examples to the people. We need also to be conscious that as public officers, we need to contribute to the value formation of this country. Ibig sabihin, dapat ang pamarisan tayo at hindi dapat tayo nananapak, hindi dapat tayo nagmumura, hindi dapat natin inonormalize ito na pag ang sa tingin ng tao, okay lang na magmura.
Yeah, I'd like to add, no, kasi that's a very good observation. That's what I'm telling earlier. There is a breakdown of law and order. Nag-iba na yung standard. Para ngayon, dahil nakikita yung mga namumuno, matataas na pwesto, pwedeng magmura, pwedeng manakot. Just yesterday, we're tracking a person, may dalang baril, sasabihin, ito, isang bala sa ulo ni PBBM. Kanino ba nanggaling yung banta-banta sa ulo ni PBBM, di ba? Personalities na kilala. Tama yung sa akin, ako as a director, I'm implementing the law. Pagka merong iimbestigahan, kakasuhan, sa akin nagagalit. So, ganun na ba yung standard na gusto natin? Is this the kind of standard na gusto natin? In relation to sa survey sa sasabi ni Prof, siguro unti-unti, nagkakaroon ulit ng realization yung tao na hindi ito normal. Nag-iba yung standard natin Yung dating mali, dating nagsisimba tayo, every Sunday gusto natin magsimba to venerate our God para magsabihin natin, makipag-usap tayo sa Panginoon. Hindi ngayon, pwede nang murahin yung Diyos. And it's sending a wrong message na yung nangyari lang nitong nakarang linggo, anong salita ng mga ibang senador? Senador kami, hindi dapat kami ganito. For me, that is wrong. Kasi feudal masyado Because you're a senator, you can do things na hindi pwedeng gawin ng ordinary citizen. And I saw one senator, when he was not yet a senator, and one senator is being arrested, nag-live video pa siya sa labas Nandito kami sa labas ng Senado. Dahil senador, hindi maaresto. Pero kaming mga ordinaryong tao, pag kasama na kayo ng pulis, sama na lang kami. Hindi ba? Tapos, yung iba, professional, may pwesto, abogado, nag-iba yung standard. I think, siguro, I find my purpose here in NBI. And that is, let's go back to what is proper. Let's go back to what's law and order. I have my fair share also of my mistakes. May nilabas sila na meron akong kinakurs, di ba? Pero that is a private conversation. Iba yun Pero iba yung nag-live ka pa talaga, na sasabihin mo, lahat, papatayin ko kayo lahat. If you see your leaders like that, walang pinag-iba to. Sa bahay natin, mga bata, tayo magulang, nakikitang ganun ginagawa natin, kokopyahin Kasi they will feel na tama yun So, but going back to your question, we are trying to do our share on the most proper and legal way. We're trying to close fake accounts. Doon na nabuhay Alam niyo yung study namin sa NBI ngayon, 30% doon sa social media, umiikot ngayon, either bots or fake accounts na nagpo-promote ng maling impormasyon sa atin. And if people see it, na gano'n, napanood nila, ako nga minsan pag may nakita ko, totoo ba to? What if our young children or yung medyo kulang sa enough faculties to analyze kung tama yung sinasabi, will just believe it. Nakakagulat, nakakatakot yung nangyayari. And we have to check it. And I'm happy to hear it from Kong Sia kasi kanina, si Sir Ariel, yun yung pinag-uusapan namin privately. We have to go back to what is right. Sabi ni Sir Ariel, nung mga bata tayo, hindi naman kami magkaedad ni Sir Ariel, ano? Palagay ko mas matanda sa akin ng konti ito. Sabi niya, hindi ganyan Ang tapang, maraming matapang. I went to the Senate, nung una, nung may 11, yung mga nagbablog doon, mumurahin ka, babatuhin ka. But when you face them, you try to stand up, hindi naman haharap sa'yo. Maraming matapang sa social media. Marami ring abogado ngayon sa social media. Marami na rin pong nagsisurvey sa social media. So, panawagan ko, especially to the parents, bantayan natin yung mga anak natin kung anong pinapanood dyan sa social media. Because, sabi ko nga, conservatively, 30% basura po yung nandiyan dyan. Hindi po totoo. So, salamat you raised that question and we had the opportunity na ilabas yung nararamdaman namin.
Okay, Alison ko po, ABS-CBN. NBI Director Matibag, one question lang, no? In the possibility that ICC would issue additional arrest warrants for other co-perpetrators, sir, is the NBI undertaking preparations? Are we gonna follow the same process po as Senator Bato de la Rosa?
Well, we have established protocol in serving the warrant, no? It doesn't matter who he is or who he are. Kung ano man yung krimen niya, basta't may warrant, meron talaga kaming protocol na. So kung may lumabas na additional warrant of arrest, we are always ready to enforce and to serve the warrant. So, that's the reason why also we don't want to discuss yung kung paano lumabas, paano pumunta, because we don't want to na ma-preempt tayo ng mga personalities na maaaring may issue at panawaran. Because we understand, we have information that there are several na may issue at panawaran ng ICC. Marami na naglabas Nakikita natin. No? I don't think that will be necessary, no? Kasi kita naman Pero meron na ako nakita mga nagpo-post and even nga sa Mindanao, nagulat ako mga bata, pinopost yung poster ni Senator Bato as wanted,
Carlo ng DCBB.
Director, pwede pong paki-elaborate yung usapin po ng armed and dangerous si Senador De La Rosa. At naging kapansin-pansin din nung madaling araw ng yung sa Senado na mangyari yung putukan. Bakit pinagbawalan ng NBI na magsagawa ng checkpoint outside the Senate?
Well, yung armed and dangerous, ang sinasabi namin dito, lahat naman nga po ng target for the service of warrant, ang aming point of view, we will always be ready. Baka armado at lumaban yung ating subject, no? So, siguro yung sinasabi rito kasi when there are footages nung umalis si Senator Bato, may mga dalang duffel bag So, there is a suspicion na baka mga baril yun, no? Pero, as a matter of protocol po ng NBI, sa lahat naman, we are always ready to serve warrant and our team is always prepared kung sakali po na merong insidente na lalaban po sila. As regards dun sa checkpoint, actually, nung May 13, wala naman po kaming established checkpoints ang NBI. We were just invited requested by GSIS to help them to secure the premises. So, dun lang naman po yung sa amin doon. Tapos, yung checkpoint, I think, is being undertaken by the PNP, no? Ano po? So, yung pag-alis noon, wala naman po kaming, una-una, wala kaming presence ng checkpoint, so wala naman po kaming alisin. Our presence was confined to the GSIS building po, sa GSIS compound.
Director, meron bang rekomendasyon para alisin yung
visa ng mga baril o license, held up ni Senator De La Rosa?
I think that should be undertaken by the Department of Justice and the PNP. Ano po? So, kasi ang problema naman natin dyan, kahit alisan natin ang lisensya yan, if they're armed, there will still be armed. Hindi naman natin makukuha yung mga baril po nila, no? But that should be a legal move on po, also.
Director, sabi niyo, armed and dangerous, posibleng manlaban. So may chance ang siya ay mabalita bilang nanlaban.
Well, those are all possibilities. But again, I appeal to Senator Bato to peacefully and voluntarily surrender. Kasi it's a process. I think kanina binabanggit ni Professor, meron din yata silang survey tungkol dun sa ICC. Baka it's better that we hear it also, Professor. You can share it to us.